All right, no coasters. It's Thursday, March 26th. We've got our at-home workouts. Zoom in a little bit closer so you can get a good view of those and back up and get going. Start talking about what we've got for today. All right, both the no equipment track and the basic equipment track. It's a 15-minute AMRAP today. Make sure I got a good shot here. Cool, I'll get rid of that band. All right, cool. So 15-minute AMRAPs. Here we go. I think I'm ready to roll. We got all of our equipment out. We're ready to walk through these. We'll talk about some scaling. We've got warm up and cash out. We'll go through a few progressions too for our movement. So first piece is our no equipment workout. We've got a 15-minute AMRAP. Okay, as many rounds as possible of 15 hip bridges or glute bridges, the same thing. 15 push-ups and 15 pull-up rows. Okay, I did a video. I posted a few nights ago on that. So make sure you check it out. I'm going to go over the same things again today, but the other one's got a little bit more detail. Okay. The basic equipment workouts, another 15-minute AMRAP. This time we're going to do 21 kettlebell swings or dumbbell swing. I'll show you the different versions. If you don't have one of those pieces of equipment, I'll show you a few different options as well. Okay. 15 push-ups and then 9 pull-ups. Okay. As far as scaling, so first few pieces here for the no equipment. For the hip bridges, okay, we can make these a little bit more difficult by adding some weight or doing them single leg. So I'll kind of go through all three variations of this that we can do. The first one is just going to be our basic hip bridge. Okay, both feet are on the ground. When we do this, make sure that we're pushing through our heels. Okay, that'll allow us to use more posterior chain. Okay, we're just going to have our shoulders, head down on the ground. We're going to drive our hips up as high as we can, hold for a second, and come back down. Okay, this will be our hip bridge. Okay, if we want to make that more difficult and we have a little bit of weight hanging out around the house, okay, I got a dumbbell. I'm just going to put it right on my hips. Same deal, hip bridge. Okay, hold the weight. All right, if we don't have weight, let me get rid of that. We can do a single leg hip bridge. Okay, and then you can alternate legs. We could do 3 on each side or 5 on each side, work our way up to the 15. Okay. The other thing that makes this a little bit easier or difficult, if I've got my hands planted on the ground, a little bit easier. Okay, if I bring my hands up, especially in that single leg, that gets a lot more difficult. Okay, so some different variations for the hip bridges. Okay. For our push-up, let me swing around here. For our push-up, let's make sure that we're getting a nice straight midline. We've got chest touching the ground and arms straight at the top. Okay, if we need to use our knees, okay, it's the exact same thing. We're not piking our hips, okay, or we're not rolling ourselves up off the ground, okay? The other variation of this that we really like is the incline push-up. Okay, if you have a bench or something that will allow you to get your chest down to the ground and push back up, this is a great option as well. Okay, moving on. Okay, we've got our pull-up row. Excuse me. This is the first version we're going to go over. We talked about this the other day in the pull-up video. Okay, all I've got is just some kitchen stools. Okay, chairs are going to be obviously a little lower, so you're not going to get a full range of motion, and that's okay. If you have chairs, maybe you can find some boxes or something to bump it up a little bit higher. But all I have done here is I've got my kitchen stools. I've got a broomstick, and this works as long as you keep your hands near the edge of the stools, okay? So if I grab the broom right here and I pull, I'm probably gonna snap the bar, okay? If I keep my hands nice and close to the edge of the broom and I pull my chest up to the bar, I've tested this out, I've done a lot of reps. It's pretty safe, it's pretty stable, okay? This is a great option if you don't have a pull-up bar and you just have some basic stuff that we can find around the house, okay? We also went over almost like a ring row using a rope or a tie down a strap, wedging it through the door. At the end of the video, I will kind of turn ourselves around to my door and I will show you how we did that as well, okay? Moving on to our basic scaling options, we'll start with the swing, okay? Our kettlebell, we've got a kettlebell swing. Full range of motion is overhead, okay? If you just have a super heavy kettlebell at home, maybe it's like a 53 ladies or 70 or something that's a little bit heavy for 21 reps, just doing a Russian height is an okay option too, okay? If you have a dumbbell at home, okay, so I got my dumbbell. All I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one end of the dumbbell, the head of the dumbbell, and I'm going to do the same thing with my swing, okay? If you have a sandbag or a bumper plate, I'll demo the bumper plate. We can do a ground to overhead. Okay, so I have a plate, and all I'm going to do is just hold it thumbs down, touch the ground, and up overhead. Okay, this is another great option. Okay, if you don't have those dumbbells or kettlebells at home. All right, untangle here. For weight, if you do have some options for weight, we want to pick something that we're going to hit 21 reps in a row, no problem, for the first few rounds. That 21 in a row might get difficult maybe towards the end of the 15 minutes. We're breaking it up, and that's okay. All right. For our push-ups, we just went over that. It's the same thing that scaling options that we went up down here, or up with the other workout, so we won't go over that again. For our pull-ups, okay, if you have a pull-up bar, actually if you don't have a pull-up bar, all right, same thing goes for up here. If you do have a pull-up bar, we can scale to jumping pull-ups for this workout if we need to, okay? If 9 pull-ups is super easy for you, you could do those all day. Let's maybe switch those to strict, okay? We can scale up to a strict pull-up, okay? All right, let's go over some warm-up. We'll talk about some movement prep, okay? Some progressions for these movements, and then we'll hit cash out and you guys will be good to go, all right? For our warm-up, today we're gonna do 3 rounds of 30 jumping jacks, okay? So every round, start with 30 jumping jacks. We're gonna do 10 good mornings, okay? Again, a good morning, keeping our back nice and flat. We're just going down as low as your hamstrings will take you. And again, we don't want to round our back, okay? So 10 good mornings. We're gonna do 10 air squats, okay? Has 10 easy push-ups, okay? All that means if push-ups, if you're a ninja push-upper, okay, you can do regular push-ups, all right? If these 30 reps are going to impact your workout, let's maybe go from the knees or go from that incline, okay? Even if you are doing regular push-ups in the workout, make them easy in this part of the work, or in the warm-up, okay? From there, we're going to flip over and just 10 old regular sit-ups, okay? Cycle through that 3 times, and then we'll hit this cord tangled. Then we're gonna hit some stretches, okay? We're gonna go through our upper body, arm circles, okay, forward and backwards. We'll go through our bear hugs, arm swings, okay, and torso twists. We're gonna do 10 of each of these, okay, 10 reps of each of those. Then we're getting back down on the ground. We've got our Spider-Mans, okay? From there, we're going down to scorpions. Hopefully I've got enough room here. We're doing these on our stomachs and our back. So hands up to the side. Try to get your heel up to your opposite hand. I don't know if I've got enough room that way. Okay, 10 of those. We'll flip over, same thing, each side. Okay, and then roll over to V-sit. So roll over. If you can touch your toes to the ground, that's great. V-sit, reach out. Okay, let's get 10 of each of those. All right, once we're through that warm up, hopefully we've got our body temperature up, heart rate up a little bit, we're well stretched out. We're gonna hit a few progressions, okay? The first one is we're gonna warm up either our hip bridge or our kettlebell swings. I already demoed the hip bridge, okay? Go back and look at that if you need to. Figure out which variation of that you're gonna be able to maintain throughout the workout, okay? If you are using weight, you're using a kettlebell or dumbbell swing or even the plate, okay? We are gonna start with some straight leg deadlifts, okay? And 5 to 10 reps of all of these will be good. We're gonna do some half swings or Russian swings, okay? And whole purpose of those two drills is just to really work on flat back and a nice tight core, okay? As we catch that kettlebell in the bottom of the swing, we really wanna brace our abs, brace our core, okay, to protect our back. Keep your chest up, okay? And be strong through the bottom of the swing, okay? From there, we wanna start working on some hip power, all right? So each arm will do 5 single arm swings. Notice the hip pop, okay? And then from there, we'll do our full version of the swing overhead, okay? And if you're using a dumbbell, same progressions. If we're using a plate, still hit the straight leg, maybe hit some swings. You could even do some from the bottom, just do some like high pulls, and then eventually work your way all the way up, okay? Similar to a snatch. All right, moving on to our push-up. We've gotten some push-ups, easy push-ups through our warm-up. Let's hit another set of 5 to 10, however you're doing in the workout, okay? If they're the good old-fashioned push-up, hit 5 to 10 of those. If we're gonna scale on a bench, do the incline or our knees, let's do one more set, okay? And then for the pull-up rows or our pull-ups, let's make sure that we have something set up that is going to work for us, okay, that we're going to be able to maintain reps. And let's get, again, another 5 to 10 reps, make sure that we feel comfortable with that pull-up variation, okay? For those of you who have a pull-up bar at home, we can go through our normal hangs, okay, 10 seconds. Flip those hands around, 10 seconds. Okay, we can do some scat pull downs. All right, and then we'll get into our swings. Okay, so easy swings. Okay, more aggressive swings using our hips. All right, and then we'll get into our pull-ups. All right. Progressions. Okay. Last piece. Stupid cord. Okay. Last piece is our cash out. I found another cool yoga video. Spend some time stretching. This video is attached in the notes. Okay. On your workout. All right. Just click on it. And it'll follow. It'll take you through some good stretches for post-workout. Okay, have fun with this one. A little bit more traditional workout. I'll tell you what, the first 3 days of workouts this week has definitely kicked my butt. It's definitely a struggle being in here by myself and not at the gym with you guys, working out with you guys. But it's awesome having all the responses and everybody posting to be on the whiteboard and the Facebook. It's definitely helping keeping this going. So keep it up, have fun with this workout, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.